What up with your crap and Mooch and Jay with?
Wake on up. It's Mooch, it's Crap, and Jay in the morning. Wipe your eye boogies, get your coffee finished yawning. This is Mooch and Crap. Show. Wake up, let us begin with gaming news, skits, and call-ins from all the fans. No matter where you at, Cali or Pakistan, New York or New Guinea, this is where it's at. These are Xbox dudes with Xbox views on slander and hate towards Xbox news. This is Mooch and Crap. Show for the people, and they coming with it. Now do you understand? Now do you get it? Ponies love to lie and PC fans won't admit it, but Xbox hate is real and they all with it. Call in, let it ring in. We here to rock, we here to win. It's about the games, it's about the pride. Now Xbox community, come on, let's rock. Mooch and Crap. Make sure.
Mooch, Crap, J-Dub.
¿Cómo están, bitches?
Hey, Mooch and Crap. Hey, Jay.
Hey, Mooch and Crap. What up, Mooch and Crap and Jay?
What's up, Mooch and Crap? What's up, J-Dubs?
Hello, Mooch and Crap.
What up, Mooch? What up, Crap?
Hey, what's up, Mooch and Crap?
You guys have the best damn podcast on YouTube, bar none.
Bullshit. Boring.
Hey, what's up? It's MNC Evenings. I was like, what the hell was that? Yeah, interesting stuff. UK Daz, I guess, with the intro. Appreciate it. So yeah, we're back. We're live. It's MNC Evenings. If you guys were looking for Xbox Nation last night, sorry, we weren't able to accomplish that. But hey, we're here tonight. We're gonna have some kick-ass content for you. There's actually a lot of stuff to talk about. I would have had a great amount of stuff to talk about last night. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. If you guys want to call in, MC Space Mornings on Skype. We're gonna do guest at Metacritic. Yes. If you guys want to win the game of our wretched existence, Spider-Man on the PS4, the game of games, the game that could be elected king. That's the game. I mean, it's the game of our lifetime, of the millennium.
I heard that actually Insomniac Games and the game itself, Spider-Man, are the reason the pyramids were built.
Yes, in fact, it was Spider-Man helped build the pyramids. That's a fun fact.
Of course he did.
So yeah, if you guys want a chance to win that, when you see and hear the guest at Metacritic song and the screen and the thing come up on the screen, Skype in at MC Space Mornings. The first 3 people to do that, you guess your Metacritic prediction. The closest one wins. That easy. And we love giving away stuff. In fact, last week we did our Patreon wheel. And Mr. Christopher Lugo won a year of Xbox Live Gold for supporting us. I think he's a $1 Patreon subscriber.
$1, so folks. It's $1.
He won like $1 and boom, wins a whole year of Xbox Live.
I know a lot of people listening to this show, Crap, play their state lotto or their country's lotto or whatever the version they have. They're wasting $1, sometimes maybe $1 a day, maybe $1 a week. That's more than we're saying.
Yeah, $1 in a dream, folks. $1 in a dream. It's always great to see people come out and support us. It means the world to us, and it's just an awesome time. I'm glad to be here, having a kick-ass time. We got Mooch. We got J-Dubs. What are you doing, Jay? What have you been up to, man?
Oh, what have I been up to? Oh, I was just telling Mooch on the pre-show that I beat Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance finally.
Oh, how much gamer score did you get for that?
There's quite a bit of achievements, but you get like 15 achievements per level that you beat. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I didn't go through it. Like, I'm not an achievement whore, so I don't go through it to try to get everything.
Jay said to me that he had beaten that, and I said, Jay, the issue was, we were talking about it last week on Crossfire, Crap. Me and Alan were kind of going back and forth. I kind of have a hard time at this point in the generation going back to a 360 game. And look, that's fine. It's a me problem. But I mean, realistically, I think that it's that, my friend, is a you problem. It might be, Mooch, but the problem I'm trying to say is that here you are. You have these massive worlds where you get immersed with the look at like even the Assassin's Creed games, right? The amount of people and the all the AI on screen and everything that's going on, the NPCs, all the actions, and you go back and there's like a quarter of that activity on the screen. It feels emptier. And don't get me wrong, that's not a knock. It's where we're at. It's where we're at with everything. Look at the squirt guns back in the 90s. Right? It was just a little gun. It was this little pistol. Right? And now all of a sudden you have these Nerf blasters. There's people losing eyes with these Nerf guns. Right? Like, it's crazy. Things have evolved. You can't go back to a 90s squirt gun or a 90s Nerf gun. It's horrid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, as far as I'm concerned, man, I'm excited for a lot of the stuff going on in gaming right now.
Yes.
Even though we joke a little bit about the Spider-Man stuff, some people get really upset. That's how you could tell, like that they're maybe a little bit too they're
a little too invested.
Yeah, too invested in it. It's like it's all fun and games for me personally, and I know you too and Jay. But like yesterday, so I was playing through Marvel Ultimate Alliance, the remastered version on the Xbox One.
Yes.
Me and Hellhammer were going through that. Fun game. There's some glitches there and stuff like that, and it's just so funny to play that because the cutscenes and stuff look so bad.
Yeah.
And there's like the little cutouts and stuff on the characters are just really, really poorly done. And the voice acting is horrible. But still, that game is hilarious. Like, there's just different things. Like, I took these random clips because there's these little boxes that you can open, and Hellhammer would go up to this box to open it because he likes to steal the treasure that are in there and the pickups, right? Yeah. And some of the boxes on this one level are this hammer that comes out and bonks you in the head. Dude, the first time I saw that, man, I was cracking up, man. I couldn't breathe. I was dead, man. It was just like,
out, crap. Roughly, you don't have to.
Man, 10, 11 years ago, something like that.
God bless you.
It's been a while. Yeah,
you played that for a while too.
Oh yeah, we almost beat it. We're on the last level. We put a lot of time into it yesterday, and then we'll probably get around to playing the sequel as well. But yeah, we played those on the 360 when they were out too. Some of those were my favorite games, man. Those and X-Men Legends 1 and 2. Fantastic games, man. They're like Diablo.
I do miss the X-Men games.
Yeah, but with Marvel characters. So right. It's all cool, man. I just enjoy the hell out of it. It's something that I enjoy, and it's fun stuff for sure. What have you been playing, man?
That's the thing. I was just telling
Destiny 2.
Yeah, I am. I'm a little disappointed in myself because I have been playing a lot of Destiny 2 because you got to play it to keep up with the Joneses. I mean, there's a lot going on September 4th with Forsaken coming out, but I really, really wanted, and I still got time. I've got a solid 2.5 weeks. I really wanted to beat either Rise of the Tomb Raider or Fallout 4, and I think Rise of the Tomb Raider I can do. I did start playing Dead Cells, and I like it. But the problem is and it's not a critique really, but I don't know how much you've played of it, crap. But the thing about Dead Cells that like I love about it is I love how you have to make the decisions on what weapons you want to carry moving forward. I like that the game does have a save. It's crucially painful if you die if you start from the beginning. But the game can actually be, if I read this right, I've only gotten about an hour in. They said the game's about 2 hours long. If that's right, is that right? Does that sound right?
What is it?
Dead Cells.
Yeah, I don't have it, so I don't.
You didn't have it. Okay, but no. I mean, it's. I like the game. I know it's not very long, but it's. How
I know a place that reviewed it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Not so well the first time, but the game is fun. It brings a little bit of like, it's kind of like Super Time Force meets Dark Souls meets Ori, but not as beautiful as any of those.
So it's a tough game. You're saying it's not very
it's not that, I don't think so. No, it's not that. The difficulty part is just, try not to die. But realistically, when you get the mechanics down to dodge, dip, duck, dive, and you actually can get through this. I've been having a lot of fun with it, but nonetheless, I can only play certain games for so long, and then I got to go back over. There's so much stuff I have to do to get my character leveled up for Destiny, and I understand that that's not your bag. I get it,
baby.
But it takes. That's not my bag, baby. Mooch, you're on point tonight, boy. I tell you, you're calling me out. But the thing is that like that's the thing about it. So Destiny 2 is taking up a lot of my time. I'm a little disappointed. Here is another summer come and gone, and maybe, just maybe, I'm only going to get one game in my backlog out of the way, out of the probably like 50 games I should have beaten.
Yeah, I've been a little bit, it's funny because we're we constantly get games or people, so I'm playing through Madden as well because I like the season. Yeah, like that game looks amazing.
It is great.
It plays great. It looks great. I'm just really just into it. And the funny thing is, you don't even really get achievements for going through a season or a franchise on that. I just didn't play it for the enjoyment of it.
Did you play through Long Shot?
I haven't yet. I wanted to get a little bit through my season first. It sucks because I start my season and then right away my new tight end goes down for 8 weeks. One of my new receivers goes down for 8 weeks. Yeah. So it's like.
So what is? I haven't started the season yet. Is that just a plain exhibition mode or is it?
No, the franchise mode, right? So you just keep on playing with your franchise. It's really cool. It's really intuitive. Like you got to re-sign your players. You can do your trades. You can put stuff on. You can put players on a practice squad. Like that is really cool to me, right? Like, so if you have players that, maybe aren't there yet, you can put them on the practice squad but you got to watch out because they might get poached by some other team later on. You know what I mean? So, I'm enjoying the hell out of that game and it looks better than ever. And anybody that says it's just the same Madden, I would say that you didn't put enough time into it because it is really, really good. And last year's was good too, but I don't nowhere near as good as this year's. I don't think so.
Yeah, so far I agree with you. I'm hoping we get that league put together crap with Zaire and Chris and everybody because I'd like to. I think it would be cool on Sundays if we had a rendezvous to meet to match up and play the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that would be awesome. You know what I mean? Or maybe build it around when our teams play or whatever. I'm heavily invested into football this year, man. I think my team's going to be extremely good.
See, I'm feeling the same way. I do. I think the Giants are going to be quite good this year. I really, really do. They've revamped the offensive line. We've got a running back for the first time in a decade, and we have an elite wide receiver crew, regardless of how you feel about it. And our tight end is also multi. He could be a blocker, not really, but he's more of an off the line, short pass receiver. He can handle the ball. So I really think overall, and our defense has been always very good, but they've been exhausted. Because the offense is off the field in 3 downs.
Sports.
Yes.
So
what? If you guys are tired of sports, cares. That's great. You know what we should do? We should talk about things that are great.
Yes,
and not sports.
Well, I mean, listen. There is some cool stuff. There is supposedly terrible tweets with Tom. Well, apparently, Tom Warren leaked out that there's the new Elite Controller 2.0.
Yeah,
it's going to release in October of this year. What a nice guy to leak that out. I think it'll be cool. They're going to show it off at Gamescom, obviously.
Yeah.
It's kind of exciting, I guess. I'll be down for one.
Apparently, down for one.
A lot of people have problems with the grips on there.
I didn't
wearing off, man. I didn't either, and I'm like a big old King Kong with that thing.
Maybe King Kong to you, but yes.
I'm rough as hell on my controllers.
The ones that broke on mine were, like I say, the pull triggers. The short trigger pull.
Yeah,
that snapped. So I only have my RTLT only function as a normal controller. I don't have the short pull.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, no issues at all. The grips are fine. The bumpers are fine. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. Listen, they've gotten all the components now, crap, at a lot cheaper price. So $149 is still making Microsoft a pretty little penny on this V2.
Yeah.
So hopefully they put a little extra TLC into it.
It's going to be, they're supposedly have better grips on it. Right. And it's supposedly going to have where you can control the, the tension in the trigger, in the sticks. So I think that those are going to be something that's really cool. That's very kind of exciting to see that come out. I'll get one. $150 ain't nothing. Most people that are buying up, multiple new controllers anyway. Like, did you see the new ones they just announced? How did Microsoft counter 500 million PlayStation sold? By announcing new controllers, baby. That's
right. That's how they do everything.
Yes. Hey.
If any world catastrophe, just follow the controller department. They'll have something for you. It'll be like a Greenpeace controller.
Yes,
out tomorrow.
Exactly. So, Magnetic Storm says the only thing that bothers me or worries me is the internal battery. Once it's dead, you're done. like the PlayStation controllers. That's true.
Right.
Maybe.
So that's
maybe,
the rumor. The rumor is that it's going to be an internal battery.
Maybe. I would hope that it doesn't, to be honest with you.
I don't think so. I think it's a signature thing. Here's the thing I don't understand. Listen, I'm an Apple fan, okay? And one of the biggest criticisms I hear because I'm an Apple fan is your phone doesn't have a replaceable battery. I have a Samsung. I have a Windows phone. I can go and get a replaceable battery whenever I want. Or I can bring a charged battery with me on a road trip and swap my battery out. You can't do that. All you guys say that all the time. And I don't understand. Those same people that argue with me there are telling me that they want to have a controller that doesn't. Who cares if it takes batteries or not? I go and buy the playing charge kit. The minute I buy any controller from Xbox, I have 2 or 3 playing charge kits. I never look back. They never fail. I buy the Xbox ones too. I don't buy the knockoffs.
Yeah.
And crap, I get 24 to 30 hours out of this bad boy. And realistically, if for some reason I neglect to plug it in, okay, I can go over, grab batteries, and put it in and continue playing. I don't have to sit 3 feet from the screen. You know, I don't understand why that bothers people. It's an option. Isn't this the generation of options?
It is the generation of options. Oh, I heard that for sure.
We do have a call. Folks, tweet out the link. Let's go.
Out the link. Like it.
It's Thursday night, for God's sake.
Come on, man. There was no Xbox Nation. Yeah, let's go. It's going to be great. I'm telling you, it's going to be great.
MNC evenings. You're on with Mooch and Crap.
Oh, okay. Right, it's Folly right here from one of the Scottish Islands. Are you guys not fed up with all the controllers you're getting now? Because you guys have gotten so many over the past generation. That's my question.
Good question, man. Good question.
Are we fed up with them?
Yeah, are we tired of all the controllers? We kind of make a joke out of it, to be honest with you. I own about 10 of them. The last one that I bought was the Sea of Thieves one, which I bought. I don't know if I showed you this or not, Mooch, but I actually bought the Sea of Thieves controller stand.
I didn't know you bought the stand, but
yes, I did, and it looks phenomenal. It looks great, so I got that kind of on display. So I've got about 10 controllers, including a couple. I got the Scorpio controller. I've got a couple of launch day 1 edition controllers. The white controller for the S. I got a whole.
I probably have. I don't have 10. I may have. But see, mine aren't all the extra, or the ones that the only ones that really matter in this conversation are the ones that were additional. I have the Titanfall controller, I have the Sea of Thieves controller.
That one looks amazing. Did you take it out?
Yeah, I use it. I have I have 2 elites, and I have I had the Gears of War one, but I when I traded that in, I gave it back. And we do have a call. I know that. But
I know we do.
I think I'd say 5, but the thing is, since I have 2, so I have 2 that came with the system. I have 7. So I technically have 7 control. I've had 7 controllers.
That's a good.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but the thing, a lot of the, so 2 are because they came with the system. I have 2 Xbox One X's. What am I going to do? So they come with it. But I mean, realistically, I do think it's to answer the question from the caller. It is a bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's
we kind of make
ridiculous.
fun of it. I mean, people obviously buy them though. So.
Hey, give somebody a job. Let's see who's
MNC evenings. You're on with Mooch and Crap.
I wish that voice tuner took batteries.
Hey Jay the monkey, it's me John. I got 2 things to say. I'm excited for Tomb Raider and Spyro. What about you guys? And I might get the next generation if it has a disc drive and still plays Blu-rays. All right, gotta go.
John, it's always good to have you call in. We appreciate it.
Hey, I'm excited about Tomb Raider, and I'm excited about Spyro. A little less about Spyro, but
I like I like how John just kind of trolled the audience. He's like, "I'm looking forward to Tomb Raider," and he goes, "And Spyro."
Yeah,
he doesn't say Spider-Man. He goes Spyro. And I'm like, all right, nice work, John.
Yeah, well, if you look at it, man,
I am not excited about Spyro.
No,
at all.
You're not, huh?
No.
But I mean, yeah, you didn't even like Crash Bandicoot.
Like Crash either. No,
yeah, I thought Crash was pretty good.
It's not that it's bad. I actually have a lot of respect for Vicarious Visions. My point of the matter is that it's not about the work. They did the best they could do with Crash. It goes back. If I'm not going to sit here and enjoy a lot of the 360 games, I'm probably not going to enjoy that era.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you don't like, say, those platformers, then you probably won't like that. For me personally, I enjoy it. You know, I like those games. It's a good throwback. It just kind of
Nostalgia is a hell of a drug.
It is, Mooch. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug. I agree with you 100%. You know what? There's something that I figured that you might have a good amount of interest in talking about, Mooch, and that's just PlayStation VR numbers. Right?
Yeah, I'm really glad you're bringing that up.
Yeah. Hey, so I want everybody to hit that like button, share out the link, all that kind of stuff.
Don't even go there
because
it's the future. I'm telling you, it's great. It's great.
I love the little rhino with the PlayStation VR too that pops up on the screen. That's badass.
Here's the thing about it, crap. Is first of all, that means nothing to me. And I'll tell you why.
3 million. That's a pretty good. I know you're like
2 million a year ago. So wow, like
hold on,
kind of fall ahead, don't you?
Yeah, I will say this though, right? So it's one of those situations where it was a $400 to $500 add-on, right?
Right.
So Sony obviously probably and they sold almost 22 million worth of software. That's a 7 attach rate per game per owner. That's incredible, right? So obviously, you know, they got to be pretty happy with that. You know, I know people might go, if you look at it and you go, well, there's 80 million and only 3 million bought it. It's a $500 thing. That's over over $1 billion.
Yeah. And listen, Sony may be very happy with it, but
they're the leaders in VR.
They're the only ones.
Well, no, there's Oculus and there's the technical better VR, right? Oculus and whatever that other thing.
Yeah, but you need a $3,000 rig to play it. So let's be realistic. That's not fair. They're the only ones in the game. Nintendo's not doing it. Microsoft's not doing it.
Hold on. But the Switch is VR compatible. Somebody found that.
Great.
Yeah. I mean, wouldn't you want to play some Switch games in no. You know what? Just when I think VR might be, you know, not having anything fresh because there hasn't really been much fresh for me to play. I haven't played it in a while.
Nope.
They come out with this. It looks like there's going to be this Apollo Creed game or this Creed game from the series, the Rocky series. You know.
Yeah, but I'm not into boxing, so I mean, I the whole thing about it is there's nothing wrong with it. If you like it, you like it. My only problem with the VR thing is still, even though we bring this conversation up once every 2 months, I still know nobody that even talk. It's not even water cooler talk. It's nothing.
Well, you know me, and I love VR, man. I'm all about it.
Yeah, and you're not even talking about it.
Well, no, the reason I don't talk about it is because most people that we interact with don't
talk
care
about it. Right.
They don't care because it's a small percentage, but I am very excited about it. You know, I am very excited about VR. Like it makes me excited. And to see that is a very exciting thing. And it's very promising.
I wish I liked it. I just, and it's not that I don't. That's not my bag, baby. It's so true. It's not my bag. Like, I don't, for some reason, like, I just don't get enthralled to put the motorcycle helmet on and go off into this and it's funny because one of the better games for PSVR is Resident Evil 7. So I own Resident Evil 7 on Xbox and PlayStation. Yeah. And yes, I will say it's terrifying in VR, you know, as the zombies enter the show. But I mean, realistically, I will tell you, crap. It's as awesome as it is in VR. I don't fucking feel like playing that. It's terrifying, and I don't think that fits a lot. It was a creepy enough game on the couch with a cold beverage on your coffee table where you could see around your home.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I think that VR does.
All you would need if you played that game is someone to tap you on the shoulder and tell you have a phone call, and you'd knock that person out.
I mean, maybe, yeah, like they can be a little bit scary or whatever, yeah. But I mean, I like VR. I don't really particularly like the scary stuff, but some of the other stuff, like this Creed game, looks very interesting to me. So, you know, I'm very excited to kind of jump in and check that out.
You can't wait to sit there and swing like haphazardly at your screen?
Dude, I love that with the Wii, man. I love the Wii boxing and Wii.
Yes, I'm being fair across all platforms. And if Xbox comes out with the swinging one, I'm out.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like that. And I also liked they had it on Connect Sports as well, boxing. which I thought that was pretty fun. You know what I mean? So
I guess so. Nothing like a long day, 10-hour workday, come home and fucking, get in the ring.
Well, I mean,
right?
you know
Work up a sweat in your living room. Good time, guys.
Hey, I'm just saying, like some people work a long day and then they do what the hell is the latest?
Well, at least go to the gym.
CrossFit.
Yeah,
they go CrossFit.
Yeah,
they don't even go to the gym, Mooch. They CrossFit.
They CrossFit. Well, there's results from CrossFit. The only, generally you'll play some of that boxing game, then you'll sit down and eat a bag of Doritos.
Yeah, but you just described my life perfectly.
You're like, that was yesterday. Listen,
I think we do have a call though. Actually,
do we? I didn't hear it.
Jay, do we have a call?
All right,
MNC Evenings. What's up? You're on with Mooch and Crab.
Hey, Mooch, Crap, AJ Dubs. I'm a huge crapaholic. I just want to say one thing, Crap. You're usually all right, but I hate to break it to you, my man. And for the PlayStation 4 fans out there, the game of this generation, hands down, no matter what, 10 years from now, everybody's going to say it was Fortnite. Fortnite right now, the numbers it's doing, everything that it's doing, it is hands down the game of the generation. I do not have to play Spider-Man to know that. And I am a multi-console owner, so there is no bias here, although I do prefer the Xbox. That's point number one. Point number two, to all the people that doubted Phil Spencer and everything, just look at everything that Xbox is doing right now with all the studios, all the acquisitions, all the hires, everything that they have going on right now. It's just pointing in the best direction probably ever that Microsoft and Xbox has ever had. And that's all I got for today, guys. Keep up the great work. Love everything you guys are doing. Love the move to Thursdays, although I did enjoy you guys right before I got to watch football on Sundays. But I understand everybody has a life, and you guys keep up the great work. Good job, guys.
That's
all right.
Great.
Yeah, you have to understand there's a certain amount of hyperbole and a certain amount of jokes that we put into this stuff. I in no way, shape, or form think Spider-Man is the game of our generation.
No.
I'm really just kind of I guess you could call it mocking some of the people that think that game is going to be like super amazing. I think you have two camps. You have the PlayStation camp that are only hyping this game up because it's a PlayStation exclusive.
Right.
If it wasn't, I think it would just be another Spider-Man game, even more so than it is.
Yeah.
And then you have a lot of, some of the Xbox dudes that see this unnecessary hyping. And so they're like, hey, this game doesn't even, it looks like a spider. Like, that's the camp that I'm in. I think it looks fine, right?
I think Spider-Man is going to be #fun. I've said this a number of times, but the problem is that everybody is like, they're treating it like the Holy Grail.
Yeah, exactly. And that's my point. And Mad Jack says Sea of Thieves is my game of the gen, my multiplayer game of the gen. And Mooch, who has a better time or laughs more when playing Sea of Thieves than me?
You do. And
Exactly.
let me tell you, you guys don't realize this. Crap really genuinely does enjoy Sea of Thieves. He does. But the thing about it, though, is I think that the reason I think Crap, you do like Sea of Thieves, though, because of you guys ever go to a shithole bar in your town? Right? Like it's
the shithole. Yeah,
it's the shithole, right? So you go to the shithole bar, right? But when you go there, though, Crap, like realistically, you go there with your buddies, and you have a field day. You have a field day. You're drinking tap beer. It's probably just crap beer or whatever. It doesn't matter. Having a good time, yucking it up, old memories, stories about work, whatever you're there for, and you're having a good time. Nobody asked you if you sat on a plush leather couch. Nobody asked you if you had bar service. Nobody asked you if they had better, whatever, burgers in the other place. You just were like, it was awesome. And Sea of Thieves, Crap, the reason I think you like it is it's your cheers. You know what I mean? It's your place that you go.
Because sometimes you want to go
where
everybody knows your
name.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that, but realistically, that does play a huge role because you're getting a multiplayer game. It is absolutely visually stunning. The game is stunning, which you guys can make fun of it all you want, but the eye candy is unbelievable in the game. And then we get to yuck it up because we can actually have fun. There's not many games you can play with your friends online and really have fun talking to your friends at the same time. And we genuinely do. I know we have a call, but we genuinely do, Crap. We have a really great time.
We do. And that's the thing that I try to get a point. It might not be the best technical game or the game that has the highest meta score, but for me, the multiplayer, just the whole fun aspect of it. You can play 4 hours, and then after the 4 hours, you go, "What did we do, Mooch?"
Absolutely nothing, Crap. We did nothing.
We did nothing.
Literally,
Exactly.
it's a Costanza Jerry meeting. It's what it is.
Alan Savage. He says Batman Arkham Knight, I feel is still one of the best superhero games today. Yes, it's a very good game. I agree 100%. Will Spider-Man be that? Because there hasn't been like this great Spider-Man game. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Sure.
Chaos Theory, Sup Crap and Mooch. Sorry I'm late. Hey, better late than never.
Appreciate it. We do have a call though, Crap.
MNC evenings. You're on with MNC.
Hello, Mooch Crap. Is your friendly chosen undead Sin Vendetta? Mooch?
Oh, what's up, Sin?
I got a I got something for Crap. I've been wanting to ask him, and I thought this would be kind of fun. I give him an ultimatum. Crap. Let's say you were kidnapped, and you woke up tied up, and there was a guy pointing a gun at your head, and said, in order to live, Crap, you needed to choose 2 franchises that you needed to 100%. Those franchises are Destiny or the Soulsborne series, Dark Souls through Bloodborne. And in order to live, you have to choose one of those franchises and finish them 100%, including all trophies, achievements, and in case of Destiny, all the raids, and 100% your characters on both PS4 and Xbox One. All right, guys, thank you for having me in, and you have a good day.
Sin's a good guy. Sin actually gifted me. Shout out to him. He gifted me Dark Souls Remastered. I've played a lot of Dark Souls with him. He's one of the Sin is one. Scythe Effects. Those 2 guys and Luca. We've all 4 of us have kind of jammed out on Souls. But yeah, I'm interested in your answer.
I'd be a dead man. To be honest with you.
I would have been.
If you woke up kidnapped and
Right, I was just saying, and all of a sudden you had a Dark Souls tattoo on your back with your ankles cuffed together.
what would you do, Crap? I'd be dead. I mean, I guess I would try Destiny because
you definitely do that.
Yeah, I think I could probably do if I put my mind to it.
You can say whatever you want. The only reason you don't like Destiny is the time commitment, but the game itself is up your alley. Especially if you're a Halo fan, it's up your alley.
Yeah, I mean, I think technically it's a good game. I just think from my perspective, I don't find it to be as fun as some of the other games that I like to play. You know what I mean? Like it could be fine. I've had fun playing it a couple times, but it's just not something that I go back to or think, hey man, this is great or anything like that. So but yeah, so I would definitely try to get Destiny, especially if it was Destiny 2, because there's only 13 achievements on that, so it'd probably be fairly easy.
If you just play the 3 characters through, you'll end up at almost 700, something like that. Crap Boost, and shout out to Salty, and shout out to Saltiest Gaming Podcast, which is on after this show.
Right after this show,
right after
his channel.
Tell him Mooch and Crap sent you.
Yeah.
But listen, here's the thing. A big thing came out, and Salty's talking about it right now in the chat, is the Diablo 3 series coming to Switch, and we know that Dark Souls is coming out in October to Switch. Here's the thing, and I tweeted this out, and I'm buying Dark Souls, and I'm probably gonna buy Diablo. But the reason I'm buying them aren't because I'm as amped as all the people. Don't you love the gaming media, by the way? Did you love them?
Yeah.
I can't wait to get my Switch out and play. The game that they
Diablo 3. Great.
I've got like 7,000 hours logged into Diablo 3 already. Between when it was, I got it on Mac, believe it or not. I bought it on Mac, I bought it on 360, and I bought it on the One. Now I'm going to buy it on Switch. Might as well come with a fooled you hat.
Yeah, you know what? Like, that's what I said. I was like, here's the thing. I get why some people, because it's Diablo on the go, I guess. So I guess, I mean, that's cool. I don't use my
Diablo
Switch.
on the go makes it holds water. I will say that. It holds water. But here's the thing, okay? I'm glad Switch is getting third-party support. But how about third-party support in 2018? I'm tired of getting third-party support from 2012.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. I think that it's kind of cool. I don't mind importing the Wii U stuff over either, because that's stuff that nobody played. Like, nobody owned a Wii U. Right. So, like, I would love Mario Maker on there, or some of these games that are rumored to go over there. You know what I mean? Because even though I had a Wii U, who the hell wants to? It wasn't really exactly great on the Wii U. You know what I mean? Like that tablet controller isn't nearly as responsive or as good as the one that's the Switch.
Right.
You know, so I don't mind it. I think the more games, the better, and better late than never when it comes to getting some of these games. You know what I mean? Like I don't have a problem with it. But hey, we probably do have some calls, some voicemails.
Yeah, we do. We have voicemails.
Jay, who do we got on deck?
We have. Let me go through my list here. Our old friend Diggity.
Diggity.
Mooch, Crap, and Jay, what's up, y'all? This is Dirk Griggity. Hey, I'm leaving this message on Monday, August the 13th. And the reason I'm saying the date is because sometimes, you know, like when you guys are off for a week or Jay goes on unannounced vacation, and you guys come back and you play the voicemails, some of the voicemails sound really outdated. So I just want to let you guys know exactly the day I'm leaving this voicemail. But anyway, I just have a question, man. I've been seeing some crazy stuff on Twitter. I know we all have, and we always do. But what's the difference between an extreme fanboy and a person with an opinion? Because some of the stuff I've been seeing, man, I mean, a guy talking about Microsoft is the worst thing that happened to gaming, and I'm up here like, really? Just, I don't know, man. Guys always say, crap, you're a fanboy, but Crap's been pretty critical of Microsoft in the past. You're always critical of Microsoft, even to this day. And I just can't believe that these guys that's talking about you guys and saying other Xbox guys are fanboys, they're the fanboys. It's just crazy to me. So, yeah, like I said, that question, could you guys tell me what you think the difference is between an extreme fanboy and a gamer with an opinion? Because, I don't know, this is crazy right now, man. Well, anyway, thanks for everything, y'all. Peace and love.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good call, and thanks for mentioning the date, so we know that's only a few days old. Sometimes we get it from like back before E3. Hey, what's up? Yeah, it's
I want to know what you guys think about that Scorpio. Let me know.
What do you guys think about that Scorpio?
Is it really coming or not?
Yeah, what do you think they're going to call it when it comes out? You know, I think it's going to be the Xbox Supreme. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think the answer. Let me answer Diggity's question. You know, Diggity. To be honest with you, I don't know. And listen, I'm glad you kind of said that. I hope a lot of people listen to this answer. There's a lot of people in the Xbox community. There's a lot of people on Twitter, and I know you guys. Listen, why are people really on Twitter? Why do we watch TV? Right? Why do we do anything? Because we're bored, right? So I get it, but if a lot of people are annoyed with the people that say these things that are annoying people, but you still follow them, or you communicate with, then you're part of the problem.
Or promote them, right?
Yeah.
Like, so this is what you see. Yeah, this is what you see a lot, right? People will take a comment that they get on their YouTube or a tweet that they see, then they'll copy paste it and go, "Can you believe this guy said that?"
Yeah.
And
look at what this guy said, and then they copy and put it there, and I'm like, well, you just promoted him.
Yeah, you just promoted this guy, and a lot of these people on Twitter and stuff have no followers or 2 followers or something, so nobody would even care. You bring attention to them, which is exactly what they want, right? So I think that's a bit of a problem, right? And for me, I always admit I prefer Xbox all day, every day. It's the better platform. I play that 99% of the time. The other 1% broke up between Switch and PlayStation. Yeah, it's not even close for me, but I'm upfront about it. But I'm not one of those people that refuses to buy other stuff, right? Like you have those hardcore fanboys that won't buy an Xbox, right? Because of one reason or the other. I don't know why, you know, or they'll lie and say they got a $15,000 PC,
right?
You know, which is ridiculous, you know, because it's like, you know what, if you're a console gamer, you're gonna play on consoles, buy an S or whatever, it doesn't matter, you know, play the game if you're a console gamer on a console. That's like saying, you know, eventually Sony's gonna have their games available to stream, probably day and date on PlayStation Now, like. That's just where we're going. I'm not saying they won't have a console, but the real money for them, there would be a real bunch of money in it for them to do that, right? It's going to happen.
Yep.
And so people that are like, oh, well, if you can play it someplace else, that means it's not exclusive, is ridiculous. Even if you could play PlayStation 4 games day and date and stream them on your PC, does that mean they're any less exclusive to PlayStation? No. You know, you know what I mean? Like, I hate people, you know, it's so ridiculous when we hear this argument. That's why they put console exclusive on there, and it's just the way we're headed right now. You know, it's like I would stop using that as an argument before it makes people look foolish down the road.
Yeah,
you know,
but like I said, you know, going back to the initial point is don't promote those people. If you do that and then you're like, I'm annoyed by this person. Now here's how you can get a hold of them. Well, then you're part of the problem. I don't understand that. Like why you're promoting. So like let them have, their 10 followers and you leave them be. And that's it. That's part of it. So a lot of people are like, that really, really upsets me. Now here's all the people and how you can get a hold of them. And you're like, what? Why would you do that? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when streakers, there's streakers that run through baseball games and football games all the time, but you don't see it because they don't put the camera on them.
Yeah.
Because if they did, everybody would do it because it gets you what? Publicity, fame. Because you're like, that was me. Yeah, so what? You spent the night in jail. Who cares? You still got on TV and you got famous. If somebody, my point being, they don't do it. They don't put them on TV. So when you continuously keep promoting these people and showing pictures and screenshots, you're actually promoting them.
Yeah.
The best thing to do is block them. And if you know someone that talks to them, be like, dude, don't follow that person.
Yeah.
That's
to the dude in the thing saying PC is a separate platform. These console companies do not look at PC as a competitor to them. Microsoft, for one, owns Windows, which is what everybody's playing with, right? Like even if you're using Steam, you're going to be using Windows. Something like 96% of people, right? That's just what it is. As far as Sony, it doesn't matter. You can stream PlayStation Now on Windows right now, and some PS4 games. Does that make them exclusive or less exclusive? No. I can play Killzone Shadowfall. I can stream that with PlayStation Now on my PC. Does that mean that PS4 game is no longer exclusive? No, it doesn't. It's still exclusive. Like, people need to wake up, man. That is such a stupid argument. It gets really ridiculous. It does. Mm-hmm. And as for the guy that brings up Quantum Break, I'm not sure if that was a shot at me, but so many people still have that weird idea that I cared about PC getting a game that was on Xbox. That was never the problem. The problem was Microsoft being shady, which I called out and have mentioned this multiple times.
Yep.
They all the time for years said Quantum Break is exclusive. I knew people that play on PC that got Xbox Ones to play the game. Then 4 weeks prior to launch, they go, hey, guess what? We lied. It's really coming to PC. I got mad. I thought it was anti-consumer. I got into it with Phil. Nobody knows more about this than me. I've never changed the story. This is exactly what happened. If you follow the tweets, I say it all out, but everybody just wants to take that one tweet that Phil said about me canceling a pre-order because someone else gets to play the game and run with it, which, by the way, he apologized for, and me and him have talked to it since then. Right. So it's all good. I have no problem with the games being on PC because it doesn't interfere with me. It doesn't stop me from playing my game at all, right? Yeah. So at the end of the day, it just kind of is what it is. But it doesn't matter. Like, they're going to both have these abilities to stream or whatever on multiple devices, and it doesn't make the consoles less relevant at all. And that's just the truth.
I mean, the streaming stuff that's going on, crap. And I know you're not a fan of it, and that's fine. This isn't to talk anybody in or out of it. But realistically, I've said this 3 weeks in a row now, and I'm sure nobody will remember it when it actually comes to fruition. But if you're a Sony only fan, okay, I have I'm going to have another PS4. I only have one PS4 Pro right now because I'm waiting for my great
Pro.
My great edition is coming on September 7th. Right. But if you're only a Sony fan and you're only buying Sony products and you've noticed that Sony's not doing crossplay, they're not doing any of this stuff that you can see as the new hotness that's going on between Nintendo and Microsoft, and they're not doing anything with their streaming, and they're not working on this, not working on that. I mean, and it bums me out to say this. It doesn't make me happy at all. But that's not a bright looking future for Sony because you can see that that's where everybody's going. It's all going to be cross-plat. That's why Phil said it 4 years ago. We didn't know what he meant 4 or 5 years ago. And he goes, your games are your games, and you could take them and play them anywhere. He meant that literally.
Yeah.
He meant your phone. He meant your Xbox. He meant your PC. He meant your tablet. And he meant your laptop. Okay? He meant anywhere. Now, we didn't know what he meant back then. We certainly do now. And if Sony comes out next year and says, we're doing that too, I say, okay, good. Because Sony needs to catch up sooner or later. They can say no for a while, but realistically, 4, 5, 6 years from now, remember, all of us fans have been playing games forever. In 5, 6 years, there's going to be new gamers that have never experienced gaming before getting into gaming. And they're only going to know streaming, and they're only going to know this like mobile to console to PC thing. That's an important thing to keep in mind, guys. Don't think about today. Think about 5 years from now.
To be honest, Phil did an interview recently, and he goes, and I did a video on it, and he was talking about it. And it was basically what he was summing up was, it's not to kill off the console. It's to grow gaming. You know what I mean? You're gonna have both. Both are gonna be options. And you're always gonna have that option to use it. And he used DVDs as a source. He goes, look, a lot of people would think that DVDs wouldn't be relevant.
Right.
But they still bring in billions of dollars.
Well,
so that's incredible to me.
Let me answer Kevin Kendall. Let me answer your question. He says, so why would you need to buy a console? Kevin, listen to me.
You're a
listen to my
console
words.
gamer.
You don't. Okay, you don't. If you're a console gamer, you will, like you do today.
Yeah.
If you're a PC gamer, you'll do that. I know tons of my son's friends. They all play on their tablets. They are in the tablets. Like when everyone gets together at a party, they all have their iPads. Like they're playing. Like some of them have Xboxes, some of them have PlayStations. Yes, not all of them, but they all play Fortnite, and they're all playing on their iPads. So, Kevin, to answer your question, you're thinking about today and backwards. You need to think about today and forwards. And forwards, the answer to your question is you don't need to buy a console. And here's the other thing. We've been saying this forever. It's not about the hardware. That's why when you guys are all bouncing up and down, you're like 80 million to 30 million, 80 million to 30 million. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. That's a one-time fee they won. That's a one-time purchase that Sony made money on. Good for them. But it's software. It's usage. And that's what we're seeing now. And that's what I'm trying to say to you. It's not about today going backwards. If you're still talking about counting consoles, then you're in yesterday. Welcome to today.
Yep.
Okay. And it's about software. And you can see that's what they're talking. That Matt Priscilla guy from MPD, his first tweet's hardware and his next 85 are software.
Yep.
So it's not about that. So if you guys are 80 to 30, it's like, calm down, dude. That was a one-time. Sony made $20 on each of those.
You know what's funny is I don't see the people that were bragging about 500 million PlayStation sales bringing up that Nintendo announced 700 million.
Yeah, that just got swept under the rug.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that was just like, let's move on to the next thing. 500 million, what? Like nobody was talking about it. Everybody talked about that for a couple of days, and Nintendo's like, hey, hold our beer. We got 700 million, and so
our beer real quick.
So like for me personally, I think it's funny.
Well,
I enjoy it, but
Kevin says, he goes, hey, Mooch, but we've been saying it for 5 years. The tablets have not taken over. Kevin, I don't know where you live, but they certainly have. Tablets have certainly. The mobile market is massive. Where are you? Where do you live? Are you living like on one of those like Galapagos Islands with the turtles? Where is he? Crap, there's mobile market is so big right now. It's stupid.
Mobile is huge. I mean,
125 million people on Fortnite, right? Everyone's saying that on every podcast. That's not all the consoles. That's mobile. Like I don't understand. That's why the crossplay is such a big deal right now, right, Crap? I mean, this isn't just. Yeah. It is what it is. I'm not saying me and you are on board, and Kevin, I'm not saying you're on board with it. I mean, I'm going to be a console guy for quite some time in my life. But I'm just saying that realistically speaking, just go outside for a minute. Like go to the mall for a half hour. Look around. Nobody's even walking, looking straight ahead. They're looking at their phone. They're completely. People walk with their peripheral vision intact, or they fall off a cliff.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Jay, do we got a voicemail that we can play? Do we have who do we have on deck?
Definitely. We've got Jay Yoon.
Yoon.
Mooch, Crap, J-Dubs. Hey guys, I want to apologize. Some of my voicemails that I come to you is because I am filled with a lot of scotch, and so I might not make a lot of sense. But I do want to make a little bit of sense this time. So my son, I've exiled him from Fortnite completely. He spent over $600, and we can talk more about that later. He's been exiled. But one of the things that I do appreciate now is that we're able to take this 360 Destiny go back and get an Xbox One S. I was really thinking about getting an X, but I thought, an S would be better for him. And we've been playing, so it's been fantastic playing with him. He's 10 years old, and so I know that Mooch probably would appreciate that. Crap, I have no idea what you're thinking right now, but it's amazing how gaming has changed so much, where now I can play with my son and really use that as just time that we spend together, right? Because I know growing up with my dad, we used to, I know it sounds sappy, but we used to sing songs. We used to go fishing at the pier. But this is just, it's such a different, time now where I get to spend time with my son playing Destiny. And there's a lot of people still playing the original Destiny, which is awesome. And I look forward to playing Destiny 2 with him when we're ready. But, just wanted to share that and appreciate you guys all the time. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Let me tell you something. First of all, I appreciate Jayun. I appreciate him constantly calling in. I like his questions. And hey, listen, buddy, enjoy that scotch because you're entitled to it. You know what, though? But what he said really does hit home. I mean, that's something that we play as a family. And shout out to Salty again in the chat. I know Salt plays it with his family, too. I understand where Crap's coming from. I will never say Fortnite for me is game of the year. That never. But it does. There is something about that game that I like, and I think it does have something to do with the fact that it's something that me and my son get to enjoy. It's something that Jay Yoon gets to enjoy with his son, and it is something. When I was younger, I played a lot of video games with my dad. It was a cool, fun thing for us to do. It's why gaming does hold such a warm place in my heart. It's something that we did as a family when I was young. Something we do as a family now. The game itself. I understand if you don't like it, I'm not going to talk you into it. I'm really not. But I do think that if you do have a kid at home and he's having fun and he's playing it, pick up the controller and enjoy it. You'll be shocked how much, the youth can kind of get you excited about that. So it is, like I said, anytime I'm ever on it, it's because I'm playing with the family. I know Salty says the same thing. It's that kind of game. So Jayun, I want to say thank you for being a Patreon subscriber. And that's a shout out to everybody in the chat. Guys, please do think about considering to help us with the Patreon. It will help the show continue to grow. We want to get Jay more equipment. Yeah. We want to get more stuff going. And Jay Yoon, we can't thank you enough.
I'm really actually happy that Jay Yoon, he calls in from work. Like, he must have been on the runway directing airplanes when he called in there. It was amazing.
Yeah.
The guy is dedicated.
Well, hopefully,
he's so
he
dedicated.
wasn't drinking scotch then, I hope, Jay.
Yeah.
that would explain a few things.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm never gonna knock. Like, you can play what you want, right? I might not like a game, but it's like I'm not gonna rag on somebody nonstop if you like something that I don't like, because I'm not insecure about it, Right. So if somebody else likes Destiny, like me and Moose joke around,
right?
Good for him. He likes Destiny. He plays Destiny. Like, that's cool,
right?
If somebody's gonna like, Fortnite, a lot of people like Fortnite.
Yeah,
a ton of people, right? It's not my thing, but I understand why some people like it.
Right.
It's and I get it. It's like I get why people like Halo. I get why people like The Last of Us. Last of Us is no game for me, for sure, right? I don't like it. That's not to be shocking or different. I played the game. It's not my bag.
It's not your bag.
It's not my bag.
Baby.
Yes. And so... yes, that
Metacritic. That's time, guys. We always mess that up. It's great.
I know. Yeah. So if you guys didn't know, if you Skype in MC Space Mornings, the first 3 people to do that actually get their Metacritic guest for Spider-Man. They actually get it, and the closest one wins. So far, we have We at 93, Fuzzy Belvedere at 96, and Derek R at 85.
All right, so the first 3 calls, right, Jay, are going to get a chance to guess right now.
Yes, they're going to guess that
Metacritic. Play the music for no good reason, will you, Jay? It just sounds so good. It sounds so 70s.
Oh yeah, bum bum bum, guess that Metacritic. Bum.
It's so great. Call in, guys. Give us a number. Ask a question. Enter to win Spider-Man, the greatest
The greatest game of our lifetime.
Of your enjoyment.
Who is this? Who is it? Who is it?
Who could it
Welcome.
be?
All right, what's up, guys? This is Big Germ 724 on Xbox.
Nice, Big Germ.
Love the content. I'm gonna guess, and I'm not sure how this works. I'm not sure if you can pick the same as somebody else. I'm not sure if somebody picked 77. If so, you can let me know. But that's my guess, and I'll try and call back after the guess of Metacritic. Thanks.
All right.
All right, there you go.
So Big Germ at 77, Derek R 85, Fuzzy at 96, and Yeah Wee Wee at 93.
That was Big Worm. I mean Big Germ.
Big Germ. Yeah. We
Yeah.
appreciate it, man. We're going to be doing this every week leading up to the launch of Spider-Man. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. We really do appreciate it.
What do you get in the Spider-Man not, I mean, me and you were getting, I have the console. I'm getting the console.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm getting a game with it. There's another call, but what are you getting in the Ultra Pack there, the collector's edition?
I don't know. I think it's like a statue and some other crap, some DLC.
See, I would be more inept to get that if there was an Aunt May like Mimir that was like, don't forget to eat your lunch.
Yeah.
Or something,
You don't feel so good.
You don't feel so good. I'm fading out.
Jay, are they? Who is it? Who do we got? Who is this person?
Hey Mooch, hey Crap, it's Sin Vendetta again. I wanted to go ahead and give a shot at the Metacritic score. I think it's going to be an 84. No other reason to guess that than that was the year I was born, 84. So that's what it is, and you guys have a wonderful day.
All right. So we've got Sin Vendetta 84, Big Germ 77, Derek R 85. Fuzzy Belvedere 96 and Yeah Wee Wee 93.
Okay.
So plenty of space left in there to guess. Yeah, everybody's guessing high, like super high, man.
I don't think 84. I said 86. Crap. I think 84.
Man, come on, somebody's gonna guess come in at that 78 and win something. I can guarantee it, man.
I don't know.
Crap
man.
Gamer. Hey, Crap Gamer's right for a reason, baby. I'm telling you what, man. 78, 79, somewhere
Big
around
Worm,
there.
I mean Big Germ.
Big Germ.
Big Germ in it. What did Big Germ say? 77? That was...
Hold on, I'll tell you right. Oh, Big Germ is 77. He's rocking out at that 77, man. Can't go wrong, man. Can't go wrong there.
Right.
I think it's we got some incredible guesses so far. It's gonna be
we do. What else is
fun?
Now, you want to take a voice? Are we gonna wait for? We do have another call.
We're gonna wait.
All right,
we're gonna wait till we get
guys. Call in, give a number and a comment. You've got to listen. What is it going to be? There's only going to be how many more MNC evenings do we have before the release?
When's it released? On the 7th? I think we got 2 more.
Do we have 2? I'm going to go to the calendar right now, folks. While you guys are all chomping at the bit.
So I think think about this, right?
Well, Crap, it's interesting though. I got to bring this up. The 6th is a Thursday, so technically there's 3 because it releases on the 7th, and the meta wouldn't come out till the 7th, anyways, right?
It might come out a week early though, so we'll probably be 2 more weeks, which.
Okay, the meta's before the release. I thought meta was after post-release.
Well,
or is it embargo?
There's an embargo, so it might be the day of.
Okay,
you know what I mean. So it could be. Well, you know what I mean. So
it's minimum 2, maximum 3, but nonetheless, guys, you're talking about 3.
Think about this though. You would have a 1 in 12 chance to win a game. What other place gives you those odds?
1 in 12 or 1 in 15 I mean, that's crazy to win a game, guys. You call in.
Yeah, like share it out,
everybody else
channel,
who does promotions for games on. It's like you put your ticket in. It's like here's your ticket. You're 1 in 10,777. You're like great.
Like when we gave away the Xbox One X, and and like everybody was like signing up for it. Yeah,
I had one person that had a Twitter page that literally said, "I don't use this page." That's great.
Hey Jay, do we have another caller yet, Jay?
Nobody else has called in.
Guys, one more
Hey,
call.
wow. Come on. MC Space Mornings. Come on.
Jay's
all you got to do is call in on Skype, MC Space Mornings, and you can win.
Well, Mad Jack goes, it's because everybody already bought Spider-Man. First of all, no, they didn't. Mad Jack, second of all, if you did and you win it, you can return yours.
Exactly.
Come on, man, Jack. This is why you're not a mooch. You are not a mooch. That's for damn sure.
People don't want to win a free game. Come on, that's crazy. But I will say this, right? So I had the console and the game of the collector's edition pre-ordered. I canceled the console. Reason being, reason being was
I
this.
knew you would. I knew.
Yeah, like here's the reason. Spider-Man is the last PlayStation 4 exclusive
right
that they have that I want. Right? I thought about it logically.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Buying
for you. I mean, The Last of Us 2. I hope they don't come out with a Last of Us 2 console.
Yeah, it's called the PS5, bro. Yeah, but anyway.
The PS5.
Yeah. So anyway, like for me personally, I don't give a crap about Days Gone.
Well, I
don't give a
know.
crap about
I
Death
know. This
Stranding.
is how well I know crap. I wrote crap, told him I did it. Like 25 minutes later, he's like, "Yeah, I did it too. I did it too." I'm like, "Oh, that means he just did it. He just ordered it on Amazon." I actually went to the store.
No,
and
I
did.
did. You can't. You couldn't order it on Amazon.
right.
I went in. I had to put money down.
Yeah, it's 50. I put $50 down.
Yeah, I did too.
We do have another call.
We have a caller. Who is this? You're on with MNC.
All right, Mooch Crap, what's going on? It's Midway Monster. I just turned you guys on, headed to the gym, and I'm shocked that nobody's called in to try to get a free game for just guessing a single number. It's awesome. So,
yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, the Spider-Man. I mean, I'm not a Spider-Man guy actually. I'd love to see them actually start making a Hulk game or anything like that. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But so just I would say probably the Metacritic will probably be about an 86.
There it is.
Like you said,
86.
Mooch,
That's what I
nostalgia
said.
is a hell of a drug, and
Yep.
you know, Marvel bias and all that stuff. So
Yep.
I have a feeling that, especially with the same mechanic as Arkham Knight, almost, you know, just I believe it's going to be an 86. Thanks a lot, guys.
Nice.
Well, Midway Monster really, he's really a mooch maniac or he's just paying attention, because the reason I came up with 86 crap is I'm not saying it necessarily Mike deserves. I don't know yet. I haven't played
That's
the
a
game.
great score, by the way.
It is a great score.
Yeah.
Of course it's great.
Yep.
But I mean, the point I'm trying to say is that you guys are, anyone who's guessing below 85, you're not taking two things into consideration. You're not taking into the comic book bias, and you're not taking it into effect the media bias.
Yeah.
They love Sony. It's one of Sony's first games in a while. And look at Greg Miller. Greg Miller is like, if you were to split him in half,
at the mouth.
he's half Sony and half comic book.
Yeah.
Like he does like comic book shows.
Or
Like,
people that have like Spider-Man tattooed on their ass or whatever.
Yeah, right above Ray Orbison.
Yeah. You know, mama doesn't know, it won't hurt her.
Well, mama don't know, can't hurt her.
Exactly.
That's
So,
right. Waterboy
you know,
reference for you guys
but-
that don't watch TV.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, so if you guys want to run down, we're doing this again next week.
Yeah.
All you have to do, download Skype on your phone or whatever it is. Call in when you see the Guess That Metacritic thing. You can win the game. So we have Midway Monster 86, Sin Vendetta 84, Big Germ 77,
Big Germ.
Derek Carr 85, Fuzzy Belvedere 96. Yeah, wait at 93.
Did you say Derek Carr from the Oakland Raiders?
Derek R.
Oh, sorry. I thought we had a fan out in the NFL.
Yeah, Derek Carr could probably pay for his own copy. I'm just
He
saying.
might,
Well, maybe he wants to mooch one. Who knows? I
There's a little mooch in everybody. I've been saying this for years.
This is true. Like you brought out my inner mooch. I gotta say
it's
that.
effective.
That's one.
It is.
Yeah,
really.
That is for sure. So yeah. Just in case anybody didn't know, like there's no other PS4 exclusives, which is what my PlayStation is for. That I want.
No, you make a good point,
that.
Crap.
Yeah, so like, and it's not trolling. Like Ghost of Tsushima does not interest me. The Last of Us 2 doesn't interest me. Death Stranding doesn't interest me. So what else is there going to be that's going to come out on that exclusive? Because I only buy exclusives on it for the most part. So
yeah, if this is your last game, I mean, myself personally, I mean, I will say, and this sounds very odd, but I am looking forward to all four of those.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a degree of interest. By the way, it fluctuates. It's not all the same.
Hey, I can tell you what, if we do a Guess That Metacritic for Days Gone, people better start guessing in the 60s would be a good place to start. I'm just saying that game's going to be a train
That's right.
wreck.
Days Gone. Is that still slated for February?
Yeah. Well, they'll probably push it back, so.
I still think it's going to go up.
I don't think they're going to push it up, man. They're going to push it back.
They're
going to go, we were going to release it in February, but then there was a little issue with this, and we want to polish it and make it the best possible game. So now we're releasing it May 14th or something like that. That's what they're going to say.
Yeah.
And that's
Mondo in the chat makes a great point. He says Spider-Man's going to get a 92 plus. Whether it deserves it is another story. Horizon Zero Dawn is an 89, and I thought it was a 7.5 at best.
Hey, some dealer said that earlier. We were tweeting and joking around about it, right? Let me point this out, though. I agree, right? Like Horizon Zero Dawn, that's a 7.5 all day, right? Here's the thing.
all
That's
day.
a new IP.
Yeah.
Everybody's enamored by Sony. Oh my gosh, look at it. It looks great. I think with the recent stuff that happened at IGN, right? I think people are more careful about what they review and how they review it and the scores and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So I think that that's something that people have to keep in mind. They're going to be less apt to go out there and go Spider-Man 100 out of 100. Like I don't really see that. I think it's going to be a little bit more in check. If you look at Insomniac Games, they've had some good games. They've had games that don't sell particularly well. Right. Like I said, if this wasn't a PS4 exclusive, it'd just be another Spider-Man game. And people would just be like, hey, yeah, maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't. I don't think it'd be this.
It's not. It's getting the hype because don't forget, you have channels like Greg Miller's Kind of Funny channel. You have that channel which is dedicated to Sony.
Stu Shot says, what gets the better score, Spider-Man or Forza Horizon 4? That's Forza Horizon 4, baby, all day.
Yeah, that's a tough one, Stu, because realistically, that's not any fanboy talk. And I'm not a Forza fan. I respect them, much like I respect Insomniac, but I think it's not fair. That's apples. That's apples and oranges.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, if you just want to, just because they're exclusive, the last one got 92.
Yeah.
This one looks to have more content.
This one looks to kill the last one. Yeah.
Yeah, and it has like that whole like play together thing, and the whole seasons could be even more. Could be a 94.
Shout out to Shinzo Elite. He says, tough, Stu. It's a toss up. I'll say it could be depending on what happens, but I do think Forza wins that one.
Rodane says no, it's not crap. Horizon Zero Dawn is one of the most ambitious games ever made. Is it?
Oh my god!
Because to me, it's just a big ripoff of a bunch of other games.
Oh my god!
With boring voice acting, boring fetch quests.
Yeah.
Just very, the clunky controls.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I powered through that and actually beat that game.
God
and I told
bless
Mooch, I was like, Mooch, you won't even get 3 hours into it because it starts
I'm about
off so
6
boring.
hours into it, and I'm done. I'm done with it. Actually, I have that game actually still on disc. I probably can get a couple of root beers for it or something. But
that game is just it's not fun. It's not like, and most people now start to admit that a little bit. They're like, it was probably about a 7 or 8.
Yeah, it's funny. A lot of
people
that gave me and crap a lot of debate about that game have all come around. They have come around, Jay.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't tell me they're not.
He's like, no, they're not coming around.
Mooch. Well, that's great crap, but I'm not coming around. Well, they are, Mooch.
They are, yeah.
Finally.
They're starting to
saying it forever
a little bit, yeah. So
it is.
Jay, who do we got on deck? I know we
let's take a
got
voicemail.
we got to have somebody.
Of course we do. We have KH Masters.
Nice.
All right.
KH, nice.
Mooch, Crap, J-Dubs, this your boy KH calling once again. I've been following you guys since before episode 1 of their show, back in the BGST times. A couple questions been popped in my head from then, like, how long would it take me to get a master's in Moochonomics, what courses do I need to finish up, Like, what do I Justine do? I don't know. These questions have been pondering for months, years at a time. But really, guys, the one question I do want to ask you about Gamescom coming up, what are you most excited for? Is it just more gameplay reveals? Maybe they sneak in a smaller AA, AAA game announcement? Or maybe one of the new bundles? Maybe we could have a nice, like the Spider-Man one for Forza Horizon 4. Well, that's my question, guys. And yo, Jay, hit me with that Fortnite. Peace.
That's awesome. All people are requesting the sound effects.
Yeah, they're like, hey, give us that Fortnite. Hey, hit that like button. Let's see if we can't get to 150. Jeez, we're at a low like amount. Are we on Mooch's channel? God, come on. Let's get up there, huh? What do you think, Mooch?
Listen, I'm telling you right now, buddy. The more and more people shuffle in, I think it's going to be great. We're doing great. Let's get up there. I'd say 200. Get 200 likes on there.
Give us some likes, please. We're begging you.
We begging for likes.
Yes.
I don't. Let me. The answer is great. I'm going to say shout out to Cage. He's awesome, dude. He's an awesome dude.
He is, dude. Well, all the fans and stuff, and even some of the haters that keep it. At least, I would say the ones that keep it respectful, and maybe they don't agree with us or whatever, those are fine too. You know, I'm always down for somebody having a different of opinion. Hey, let's talk about it.
That was great. That's why I do, and that's why I like anyone that watches me. Shout out to the caller who just called in who says he's been watching me before. You know, of course, before MNC. If you've been watching Crossfire or BGST, I like a good conversation. I think a good debate is always healthy, and a good conversation. It's not that no person is always 100% right, but realistically, I think that there could be the fact that you see what you see in when an Xbox game comes out and a PlayStation game comes out, you see the two different varies of opinion. You see it on Twitter. And, you know, it was funny. It was talked about a lot today, Crap. It was talked about quite a bit how, like, even Xbox guys, when we talk good about a PlayStation game, it's still a critique. We get critiqued for that. If you're down on a PlayStation game, you're critiqued for that. If you're up on an Xbox game, you get critiqued for that. And if we have a criticism on an Xbox game, people are like, "How dare you, Mooch?"
Yeah, it's like this, man. Like,
what are we supposed to say?
It is. Like, if I sit there and go, let's say I play Spider-Man and I'm not enthralled by it, I review it and I'm just saying, let's just say, for example, I give it a 7 out of 10. That's going to get a lot of hate, even though that's my own personal opinion, right? I gave God of War a 10 out of 10 because it deserved it. It was an amazing game. I gave Ratchet & Clank, I think, a 9.5. I gave Until Dawn, I think, a 9.5. There's been PlayStation 4 games that I have loved and have scored them extremely well. I'm just a little indie idiot reviewer, you know what I mean? Like, people take it way too seriously. And then when I gave Detroit a 9.5. I freaking love that game, right? You know, so it's so funny when people go, of course he's going to score it bad. Or he's gonna give it a bad score because he hates PlayStation. And when you bring up, hey, I've given, you know, good scores to PlayStation games. Like, look, I reviewed Knack, and that was a crappy game, so I gave it a crappy score. When I reviewed Drive Club, that was a crappy game. I gave it a crappy score. When I reviewed The Order 1886, it was a crappy game. I gave it a crappy score.
I bought that game for like $3.
Yes.
It was on PSN sale a couple of months ago, I think it was.
Yeah. I reviewed Horizon Zero Dawn, and I think I gave it a 7 or something. Yeah, that's a decent score. The game was boring. Like, it would be one thing if I didn't back up my points.
Right.
But the fact that it was boring, and even Uncharted 4, I liked that game a lot, but there was a lot of stuff in there that, like, the crates and stuff that was annoying, and the brother out of nowhere. Like, if you're a fan of that series, how do you accept that they kind of, like, took a hard right turn and play you for a chump? You know what I mean? If you're a fan of that, that's kind of like why I'm mad at Star Wars, right? They play everybody for chumps with all this, the way they did that at the latest episode 7 or whatever, right? Totally throw out all the other stuff, right? And that's the part that I hated, right? It was ridiculous. And so with Uncharted 4, they basically treated their viewer, their fans, like they didn't know what they were talking about, you know, like they didn't play the other games and weren't invested. I was invested. I knew that he had no brother. So for them to say, oh, well, he did have a brother all along, that was a stupid thing. You know, I hated it.
Right.
It was ridiculous, you know?
How long is the playthrough? Tryhard, I see Tryhard says The Order was awesome for $20. Well, if that means for $3, I might as well have like a permanent grin on my face.
Not awesome.
Yeah, there's not much about what I've seen that really screams awesome. How long's the playthrough on a Crap? Is it about 4
hours? Yeah,
okay.
4 hours. If you play it on just normal or easy at like 4 hours, man.
Okay.
It's not going to be not only that, the guns feel bad, right? The gunplay feels horrible in that game. The graphics are good, but it's one of those games with the black bars on the screen. So, you know, it's not my thing, you know, it's bad. So, yeah.
No, I hear you. What else is going on in the news, Crap? There was quite a bit on the topics list. I did want
well, I mean, there is a ton of, you know, what was funny was, did you see that, what is it? It's, there's a new trailer for Battlefield 5 or Battlefield V.
Oh, I'm glad you brought this up. Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently there's this rumor going, or I don't know if it's rumor, but according to some people, there's a situation where this game isn't as sought after as, say, Red Dead 2 or even Call of Duty.
Well,
they had a person from EA just step down.
Well, there's a reason for that, Crap, to be honest with you, and it's what I said. And again, I got to say shout out to Salty, because me and Salty both agreed when we were on Xbox Nation many, when the reveal came out. Like, it's just more bad. And everyone says, well, it's just more this, it's just more that. Battlefield, it is. But Battlefield has a smaller group of people that like it than Call of Duty. I know people don't like to hear that, but it's true. And I don't know, there's just something about it where, yeah, I don't think Call of Duty 4 is that great, Black Ops 4. I don't think it's that great from what I'm playing in the beta right now. I don't. But there's something that's just like familiar and fun about the game. And Battlefield just isn't fun for me. And I don't know how to put my finger on it. I love shooters. I mean, I got like 500 hours into Destiny. I don't know what the hell I got, 400 hours. I don't know. Something like that's a shooter, right? And it's the same thing over and over again. But Battlefield's just not fun. And Battlefield 5's, the problem Battlefield 5 has is it's coming out against Red Dead 2. It's coming out against Call of Duty, which whether you like the fact that they took the campaign or not, is still going to do, because the game is based off of multiplayer. So the multiplayer fans are going to buy it. So that's going to go up against those two games. And here's the real problem. It's just Battlefield 1 again.
Yeah.
And that's a problem, crap.
Chaos Theory says, just because I can, Zelda Breath of the Wild was ambitious.
Oh, God bless you.
I
love
have
Zelda.
that game, but yeah, I just, I don't know, man.
Well, Blaze Beats goes, Battlefield's a lot harder than Destiny. Blaze, that's not really where I'm going with this. We're talking about fun factor.
Hey, you know what? I gotta be honest too, though, right? Like, I was excited for Battlefield 1. Yeah. And I'll tell you why. But I'm not as excited for Battlefield 5, and I'll tell you why. Is because when Battlefield 1 came out, they went back, right? And at that time, we had years
of the future crap, right?
And years of future crap, and they went back. So that was exciting. Everybody got really hyped up for this, right? King Ram, appreciate it. Rack 'em up for sure. Now with this one, we've had World War II. Exactly, crap. Exactly. So we're coming off World War II Call of Duty, which was actually really well done, and we're coming off World War I Battlefield. So, I think maybe there's a little bit of fatigue there.
Yeah.
It's like, I think that if you have 3 developers like they do with Call of Duty, you should have one focus possibly on the past, one on present, and one for future. Exactly.
That's right, Steve.
Exactly, Steve. Because for me personally, they kind of bounce all around. They did so many futuristic ones, and then I like the World War II one. I wish they would have just done one like World War, like just normal, no superpowers, no Thor powers, no Avenger powers, none of that. Just do a like Black Ops 1. You know how Black Ops 1 was? Make a game like that.
Yeah.
Where, you just have your perks and stuff, and you have your players and your maps and your campaign that makes sense. And the zombies, and I think that would have been fun, Yeah,
I can't argue with you, Crap. And what you said is what I said a few weeks ago. I'm glad you came around to it. Is I said we're just boots on the ground out. I'm watching the video today, and I'm watching the guy put the extra ammo into his gun. Kind of bring it back, load it, and I'm like, we just did this. We just did that. And the guy's running around in the same European village, and I'm like, we just did this. Like, who is that excited to put Battlefield 1 down? If you're a Battlefield fan, hurry up and put that down. And now instead of fill in the blank Germany, now you're running around and fill in the blank Finland. And you're like,
following around Captain Stunuts.
Yeah, Stunuts. You follow Captain Stunuts. That's a Call of Duty knock too. I mean, realistically, it's so boring. And realistically, and don't get me wrong, I know, like that's why, and not to go back to the Spider-Man thing. Look, we give Spider-Man a little bit of. I give Spider-Man the slack. I give it only because of the media. The media is drooling over it.
Yeah.
But realistically, I think Spider-Man's going to be #fun.
Oh, hell, Jay. Hey, I think Spider-Man's. Here's my hope for Spider-Man is that
Spider-Man game.
They do it to Spider-Man what Rocksteady did for Arkham, right?
Yes,
that's what I hope. To be honest with you, I don't.
If anyone's out, if for some reason Batman Arkham Knight becomes available on sale, and anybody's just there, like, you know what, I won a scratch-off ticket yesterday. I feel like I should get Mooch something. That's a game I might revisit, Crap, because the game is stunning.
Yeah.
And I beat City on 360. I love City.
Here's the thing for me too, though. I like Batman as a character more than I like Spider-Man. That could be a thing too. That could be a me problem.
That is a me problem too. Yeah, I'm right there.
Like I'll tell you how bad I was with Batman. Okay, in those Arkham games, how much I like them. I beat Arkham City and Arkham Asylum on PS3 and Xbox 360. Then I beat the remasters of those on Xbox One.
Right.
Then I beat Arkham Knight on Xbox One and Arkham Knight on PlayStation 4. So yeah, I like those games a lot, and I think they did them really well. And I like the fact, for me, it was a lot of nostalgia because when I grew up, the Batman animated series was awesome. You come home from
Nostalgia is a
watch it.
hell of a drug.
Exactly.
It sure is.
And they had Mark Hamill doing the Joker, and they had the guy Kevin Conroy doing Batman. So it was very good.
Hey, there's our intro picture. That was cool.
Yes.
But listen, the thing about it, Crap, is I think you really nailed it. And this goes for me, and I think a lot of you guys too, but you're all kind of falling into the nostalgia thing and buying into the media. But Batman's I'm a much more bigger fan of Batman. Basically, I'm a bigger fan of a lot of the different superheroes over Spider-Man. I don't have a problem with Spider-Man. I just thought Spider-Man's story, like even the 3 story. Look at all the Spider-Mans that have come out. Right, there's the 3 with Tobey Maguire.
The first 2 were great.
Then the first 2 were okay.
I especially like the second one. I thought that one was really, really good.
I thought the first one was better than the second one, but that's fine. That's totally fine. I don't think that was a bad call on your part, Crap. But then you had the one that was the I guess if you want to call it the remaster, the remake, with the kid that only got one chance, and that one nobody cared about. And then you have the one where I like the player they have now in Homecoming. I enjoyed Homecoming, but realistically, it's just, I mean, hey, you're late for school, Peter. Oh, sorry. Okay. And then what? He gets into trouble with he's dating a girl and the dad's a bad guy, or his best friend and his dad's the bad guy. And it's like, all right, I feel like whoever was writing Spider-Man at that time was in a real bad, they were just in a bad place. They're like, I'm out of material.
Okay, well, we got a call.
No, we got a call. Yes.
Yeah. M&C Evenings, what's up? How's it going?
Hey, Mooch and Crap, this is Yahweh from Xbox Live. I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. And all hail JWs. All this talk about superheroes and Spider-Man stuff, we need Warner Brothers and Rocksteady to make a real superhero game, and that is Superman. Now, there's a game that came out on Microsoft Store called Megaton Rainfall, which is like a cheap version of a Superman game where you just fly around and you can destroy the city, and it has these aliens and stuff. Now, if we could get Warner Brothers to actually copy that game and put Superman in there where you fight the villains and stuff like that, that would be a really awesome Superman game. So I just want to know if you guys tried that game out. It's called Megaton Rainfall. And what do you think about it? Okay, thank you very much.
No, I haven't really had a chance to play it. I've heard of it, but I haven't played it. So.
Right. No, I have not either. I mean, I don't know. For some reason, I don't know. I think you got a good point there, Crap. I haven't played it, so I don't know.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
I just seen Star Screams pop up. You know what it reminded me of, right?
What's
so
that?
I'm really nostalgic, right? So what happened was Walmart had these exclusive Generation 1 Transformers, right? They used the same molds, the same packaging, right? The originals. They went up for sale for pre-order about a month ago and sold out like that. But I got every single one of them, and they're actually shipping out tomorrow. And Starscream's one of them. So it's the original molds and the original packaging, but they're new. You know what I mean? But they're old. So
right.
I mean, you probably don't give a shit.
So it's the same, but different. But still the same.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Okay.
I'm
great.
very excited about it because it's I
Why
like.
not have a Superman game? What's the deal with that?
The Superman, supposedly that's the one that Rocksteady's making, and I guess it just isn't ready yet.
But it is being made.
Yes, allegedly. It's either a Superman game, or it's it's a I guess it could be a game where they what the hell Justice League game, I don't know, hopefully it's something good though.
Right.
I hope
I hope so. I mean,
I was hoping for
really
another
need
Batman game, to be honest with you.
Well, listen, I like the Arkham games, Crap, but if they're just gonna keep doing the same thing over and over again, it wouldn't be bad to take a break. Superman, we can actually fly around. We haven't had a Superman game in forever. Like, give it at least give those fans. There's a lot of Superman fans out there. Give them
Yeah, well, look, how do you do a Superman game though, right? He's invincible.
Well, he's not in the game.
But he is. He's like that's the problem, right? That's like
Well,
how do
every
you
superhero's
really...
invincible. I mean,
not really.
Who the hell's beating Wolverine in these movies?
Dude,
Only
Wolverine gets his
Magneto.
ass beat all the time. Did you ever watch
by another X-Men?
No, did you ever watch the series in the 90s, that X-Men cartoon? He was always getting his ass beat. Right?
Yeah,
like he was, man. I used to watch that with my dad, and my dad would go, "Wow, Wolverine gets beat up a lot." He was always like getting his ass kicked. So, yeah, it's like even in the movies, he kind of gets his ass beat a lot. In the latest one, he didn't feel so good.
Nobody ever feels so good. Great.
Hey Jay, who do we got on deck?
We've got.
Jay?
Sorry,
Jay.
You hear me? Testing.
Yeah, we
Hello.
hear you. Yeah, we hear you.
Is anybody there?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Back.
Hello.
Sounds like Kaiser Sose.
We have mass murder.
All right,
Mass.
Hey Mooch, hey Johnny Podcast, AJ Dubs, this your boy Mass Murder here again. Have a question for Johnny Podcast. What do you think about Kane going as mayor, and what do you think that he has 1,600 matches or 1,800 matches under his belt in WWE? Alright, I'll hear the answer off. Till next time, smash, bash, and crash through that gamer score. Ticka, 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 boom.
Great exit, and now Mooch will take 5 minutes break on this answer.
Because it's a wrestling thing, right? So if you don't know Kane, his character like the Undertaker's brother, and according to wrestling, but he actually the guy who plays Kane won his mayoral election, and now he's the mayor of a town, and so he's not really going to be wrestling anymore that much or whatever. But I thought that was pretty cool. He was like, once you get up there anyway, he wasn't doing much. He didn't really have any good feuds for the last 5 or 6 years anyway, but still cool. I'm a fan. I saw him at a live show. I went to I went to Survivor Series 2000 in Tampa. And that was a great show, and he was there. And it was like, I'm a big fan of his, but it was good stuff. Yeah. So anyway, there, I answered that. Do we have another one, Jay? Since that was a wrestling one, sports or fake sports? Oh,
we have a call.
We got a call. Who do we got? M&C. M&C. What's up?
Thanks, Jay. All hell Jay. All hell Jay. Great Canadian web slinger, Mighty Spidey here. Good show there, guys. It's like there's two little shows going on. There's Mooch and Crap, and then there's J-Dubs on crack, or either he's on fire, or it's his dog hitting all the buttons. There's like sound bites coming all over the place, so it's pretty funny. Anyways, guys, I just a quick question about not so much video games, but I never had a problem with Sunday to Thursday. Personally, I'm starting to like Thursday a little bit better because I don't have to like more free time on Sunday and stuff like that. So, and obviously I call in all the time, so obviously I'm listening. And I just want to ask you guys your opinion. I know obviously there's a reason you guys did this. And I imagine when you guys sort of do your prep work, just like guessing that like maybe you say, okay, it's 12 o'clock. All right, let's go. Let's get this done 1-2 hours. I got to cut the grass in the afternoon. Go take the kids out for a swim, and then you're like, all right, we got the top 10 done, let's go. All right. Next thing you know, it's 6 o'clock at night, So I'm just wondering, like, now that you guys have changed to Thursday, I imagine that your time constraints are a little bit tighter. Not that you don't want them tight when you're doing them before, but things probably got away from you. So the time constraints are tighter because you have podcasts Wednesday and different podcasts at different times. So in terms of you guys, because you always ask us, how do you guys like the Thursday, sorry, that's the French coming out, the Thursday change happening? Do you enjoy it more? Like, do you guys sort of, is it like a tighter sort of, okay, we have to do this top 10 on Tuesday between these 2 hours because that's all we have? Is it like much quicker, like that you guys are doing things? And so yeah, if you guys can just sort of let me know how you guys like the time change and how it's affected like putting the show together. Is it a lot quicker process putting the show together and stuff? And I also want to hear from Jay as well what you think, like all three of you. And nobody should be calling crap a fraud. Like, I mean, if anybody says you're a fraud about this Sony crap, I mean, 4-letter PSVR. That shuts everybody up there. If you own PSVR, like, then you're a Sony fan. So the only fraud in this podcast is Dr. Ouya in the background there. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about moving to Thursday. Thanks. Bye.
It's the MNC with Mighty Spidey show.
Yes, one of my favorites.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? Basically, summing it up, he was wondering what it's like for us since we moved to Thursdays. One thing was Sundays I work, so I would have to get up to work at 4 a.m. on Sunday mornings. I go to work, finish my work. I work with animals. Then I would rush home, usually get here just as we're about to start the show. Sometimes a couple minutes later after we're supposed to start the show.
Right.
You basically don't even have time to settle down or anything. It's just boom, you're in here, and it can get a little bit unsettling. That got old, and football season starting, and and so now to move to Thursdays. Now Thursdays is a little bit rough. Like we talked about, maybe Mondays.
Yeah.
The problem is sometimes that BGST goes Mondays.
Right.
So
Well, I was
also to those that don't know, I would also a lot of the times work from 4 a.m. and get home at just at time to do the show, and then I have to do another show later that night with BGST.
Right.
So that's incredibly taxing.
Well, I was going to say that's why the answer to that question is it's kind of still a work in progress, Mighty Spidey, because to be honest with you, the other part of his question isn't just the reason we that was part of the reason. The other reason was that, like, so now it's like we're doing Xbox Nation on Wednesday, we do MNC on Thursday, we have Crossfire on Friday, and then we have we're doing another special show this Saturday night. Me and Crap are doing a show. So I mean, 4 nights in a row of podcasting. And then we have to work skits and in voicemails that Jay takes it and he edits and does this and that. And he's going to take some voiceovers and stuff. We're actually doing a little bit more work. Mighty Spidey picked up on that crap. He's like, I think it's more work for you guys on Thursday. It is a little bit more work for us, but to be able to have the allowance of the weekend. And realistically, we want to thank everybody. I know that the audiences are still getting used to it and shuffling in. But I think once we hit prime time come this fall, I think Thursday nights are really going to warm up to a lot of people. Sunday mornings, you lose the entire West Coast feed. Nobody's up.
Yeah.
So I understand that. And I do understand that it worked out really well for our European friends. And I'll tell you guys that are in Europe, we are going to do some Sunday mornings. We are
some specials and stuff like that. It's just, here's the thing. We put a lot of work into the show. And that's not to really knock on anything else or any other shows we do or any of the shows out there.
Right.
But I feel like it's a really well-produced show, and me and Mooch and Jay kind of riff off each other, and I think that camaraderie and that whole chemistry thing plays to our advantage, because a lot of other people try to do that, and it doesn't work as well. Right. And I think that's why a lot of people like to tune into the show. The problem is that there is a lot of podcasts to watch lately. And this wasn't a problem years ago, because me and Mooch talked about this too. Like, for a long time, BGST was it.
It was it.
That was the only place to go.
Yep.
And now there's like 100 other ones. So you're fighting for time, and it's not a bad thing, because it's, the competition's good and it's like a friendly thing for the most part. And, but we do put a lot of work into it. We're trying to get this to be really big. Like, the idea would be for Mooch and Crap and Jay to go do something someday at one of these events.
Yeah.
Right.
We want to do a live show at an E3 or a PAX or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But we have to grow the show. We have to grow the Patreon.
Right.
It's one of those, that stuff costs money, like a good bit of money. And that's just something that it would be difficult, because especially for me, I'm a man of very little means.
Yes. There you go. I love one of the most famous sayings in podcast history. But yeah, no, I think that I appreciate the call, and that's the response. I mean, Jay, what's your how are your feelings on the Thursday move and leaving Sundays? Not leaving them indefinitely, but we're gonna have a couple specials. But what's your take?
Well, it's always been a struggle because of my evenings are always tied up with, like, I've got kids and they've got soccer, and they're like, I know that when it was on Sunday that I would spend my Fridays and my Saturdays preparing for Sunday. So I had that time. I still have the time, but it seems like my evenings are all tied up during the week. And not to say that it's not better. It actually is kind of a little better because I seem to be able to space things out a little better.
Yeah, because now you have the weekend to space out. You don't have to work on the
weekend.
weekend.
That's right. And it was kind of doing a number on me where I was finding that my weekend, which was supposed to be my downtime, was turning into, there was a lot of work for the show. But,
right.
But now that it's on a Thursday, I've got basically the weekend to kind of relax. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I've got those 3 days to prepare. And it gives me plenty of time.
And that's the way I think, Jay. I think about the same thing. I think of Monday through Friday, we're all already in work mode anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, to come home and do a podcast or do work or say we're going to record, it doesn't irk me as much as when you say, hey, do me a favor, guys. Were you at a barbecue on Saturday? Put everything down. Tell your family and friends you got to leave for an hour. We got to record. You know what I mean? It was like Jay saying, that was downtime. And all of a sudden, we had to ramp it up. And then on Sunday mornings, you get on at 10. Me and Jay were doing sound checks around 10 o'clock, 10:30. And you go, sometimes we had meetings afterwards, and we're on until we're talking till 1:30. And that's a chunk of time on Sunday. So your downtime between recordings on Saturday and Sunday. So this really worked out, and I think the audience will enjoy the prime time. And I hope you guys do let people know. Like, tweet it out, guys. Like, it doesn't hurt for you guys that are here every week or you guys that are awesome callers to say, I watch Mooch and Crowd. I watch M&C Mornings. Check this shit out. Say it on a Wednesday. Say it on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Tell them Mooch and Crap sent you.
Exactly. Holy shit! We've almost hit 300 viewers. Does that mean we're giving away? Are we giving away a console at 300? Oh no, that's another show.
No, that's a different show. That's a much different show.
Yeah, we hit 317. We would really be up that creek.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, let people.
That might be something. Hey, we hit 1,000 maybe.
Yeah.
If we give away a console. Hey, I got an S. I ain't doing nothing with.
I got an S I can give away. I told you to get rid of that damn thing.
I got an.
They're giving $200 for it right now.
I'm not giving away my Ouya.
Oh, that Ouya.
No, people would pay you to throw that thing away, man. They don't want it.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get a chocolate milk for that.
I wouldn't even give you a Hershey bar for that damn thing.
Hey, I can play Shinobi. I can play Shinobi from 1987 on my television. And that's all that matters, okay?
Right. Hey, Chaos Theory said everyone send SC, let's get M&C and J to E319.
There you go.
That's right. That would take a crap load of money.
Yeah, Super Chat or Patreon is what really helps, guys.
Yes.
The Patreon. If all you guys gave $1, I can't tell you how far it would go. And hopefully we get... And, we do give... So we have pony prizes. We have the wheel that we give away every week. We do the Patreon giveaway. And then we do our random giveaways. We do at least,
Patreon,
there's 2 giveaways a week at minimum a week.
We have a commercial too.
Ones on top.
We have a commercial.
We should. Why don't we play it, Jay?
Well, because we're running out of time.
We are. And we still have another. Don't we have one more call, Jay?
We only have one more. We only have one more caller, so we have time to play the commercial.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let's play. Yeah, let's play. Do you want to play the call first, or?
No, let's play the commercial first.
Okay, we'll play the commercial first. That's fine.
Okay.
Join our. Hey, what's up, everybody? Mooch and Crap here, and we wanted to take a minute to talk about Patreon with you guys. So far, you guys have been really supportive. You've gone out of your way to support the show and help us grow and become a better show. Wouldn't you agree, Mooch?
I totally agree. Ever since we launched Patreon, we kind of went into it thinking this is something that we want to get the audience involved with, but we need their help. And they came through tenfold, Crap. They've given us the ability to reach out and express ourselves artistically. And to be honest with you, I'm overwhelmed.
Yes, it's very cool to see the amount of support that our show has gotten, and we actually need continued support from people, much like PBS does. Because all the money goes back into the show, whether it be more things for Jay to use, more prizes to give away, and actually for $1 at a dream, go ahead and give them the spiel, Mooch.
For $1 and a dream, you guys can pick the game of your dreams. You can pick whatever you want. You can have Xbox Live for a year, PlayStation Network for a year. Anything you want is what we're here to help you with, well, for a $60 value. And like Crap had just said, just like any kind of PBS telethon, we're doing the same thing and asking you for your Patreon support. The only difference is when me and Crap turn around, instead of having 50 celebrities, we just have Jay on one phone. But nonetheless, it's the same result. Your help makes us better, and we can't thank you enough.
Absolutely, 100%. We work for you guys. We're the outlet for you. We are for the people. Thank you guys for the support. It really helps us. It helps the show. It helps us get better, and it helps us sound better. So thank you guys so much. Rock and roll. Hey, Idle Sauce says, where's Johnny Podcast gone? Johnny Podcast makes occasional appearances. I don't, he doesn't like to work too often. He's a little bit lazy here and there, but he is a badass when he does show up. So
yeah, we love it when he pops in.
Yeah,
whatever.
He does, yeah. And if you guys do want to support us on Patreon, there's a link right in the description below. Like I said, if 4,000 people watch the show during a week and each of those persons donated $1, boom. Huge. Huge. Man, that sends us someplace right there. That's a show.
There's a show.
There's a show.
That's
right there. So yeah, I'm just saying, it would be very helpful and we would appreciate it. Jay, who's our last?
We have a call.
Oh, do we?
Yes, I heard the phone ring.
Jay, do we have a call? In fact,
yeah,
we do. In fact, have a call.
MNC evenings. You're on with Mooch and Crap.
All right. I had to call back, man. This is Big Germ. Hey, I appreciate you guys, too. Did want to talk about one thing real quick about the Elite controller. This is how I know it's not just a fake leak. A few months ago, Aaron Greenberg tweeted me back and said there was a bunch of Elite controllers. I've been looking to buy them. I've even called the New York Microsoft store. They're out of stock. My Walmart said it was discontinued. And he said, but I can find them all over the place. I still can't find them. And I can't wait for it. The grips are definitely bad on the old ones and thumbsticks. So just wanted to throw that out there. And hopefully you guys have a good week. And hopefully I'll see you guys next week. Thanks.
Well, the one thing he did say, Crap, that we didn't talk about, I will say, I mean, I don't have a problem with them, but the thumbsticks are almost like a bald tire at this point on my Elite. So, I mean, not that that's a big deal. It's not like my thumb.
You can change them out.
You can. Yeah, I don't. Again, I'm not putting that in the minus column, but it is that way. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Elite V2, I'm in. I'm gonna grab one. I'm not gonna grab two, but I'll grab one to give it a shot. I'm just curious to see what is gonna make it so. What's making it so V2? Is it the non?
I think probably the tension.
Battery?
Yeah, the tension in the sticks, being able to control that. I think that's pretty big. I think also the Bluetooth might be big for some people. Mm-hmm. The bumpers are supposedly better made.
I hope so.
And things like that. So yeah, I mean, I'm in. I'm in for sure. Absolutely.
Let's take that last voice. That last voicemail, Jay, if you don't mind.
Okay, no problem. It's our good friend Matty Beast.
All right, always good to hear from him.
Bring out the beast.
Hey, Mooch, Crap, and J-Dubs, it's Matty. Kind of hard to catch on these Thursdays, but I have been listening. I've listened afterwards, and I tell you, it's the shows are great, and it seems like you guys are getting a lot of phone support, and people are calling in like during the show, which is really cool. I think that's a neat dynamic, and it's something that was kind of missing a little bit on Sundays. Anyway, my question is about us aging gamers. As I get older and I have kids, and I think Mooch and J-Dubs as well, you guys are fathers, and we're getting a little longer in the tooth and a little older. Do you think there's an age that you get to where gaming just kind of either goes away or maybe becomes less compelling? Because I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I'm in my 40s, and like I'm still excited about this stuff. It's I'm maybe more into it than I ever have been in my life, and as my kids get into it, it gets me even more into it. So Really, just a question about that. Like, is it taboo to be too old for this stuff? Is there an age where that happens? I'll hang up and listen. Take care, guys. Bye.
Yeah, I tell you, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't think so, right?
think
Like
so.
I think it's becoming more and more acceptable to game, especially because you have, athletes that do that. You know what I mean? Like I know there's a lot of wrestlers who game. There's a lot of athletes that game. Just people in general is becoming
Look
more
at
and more
Ice-T.
acceptable. Yeah, I mean that guy's in his 50s, and he's a
gotta be
big time gamer.
Mid to late 50s, and he's gaming like crazy.
Yeah, so I think there's that stigma isn't as bad as it used to be. Sure, there's the stigma saying that if you're a gamer, you're this or that. But I think that it's fun for everyone. I think that even if you're a casual gamer, you're still a gamer. But that's made the stigma less there for everybody as well, right?
I can't speak for you, Crap, but what do you think about this sentiment? I've noticed that, like, as I'm getting old, I am enjoying to play. I play a little bit more. I wouldn't use the word single player. Not single player like it's me and the game and me. No, it's not that. But I am playing more like that's why Destiny I like. Yes, there's Crucible, but I like that it's you, two of your buddies, and you go out and you take care of the, you do the missions. I like the co-op, the single player co-op or the mission co-op. I know that would technically be considered a multiplayer aspect of it. But do you know what I'm saying? Like Gears. Like I like playing through Gears with a friend. You know what I mean? So like I'm still playing the campaign. And in the case of Destiny, I'm playing all the missions and doing the stuff I have to do with two friends. And it doesn't mean I have to, like back in the day, multiplayer was very clear, right? Crap. It was either you played the single player or you played with 6 of your friends in Call of Duty Team Deathmatch. You know what I mean? It was like Team Deathmatch, the domination, control, or play alone. So you're either with a mob of people or you were all by yourself. And now with campaign co-op in these story games, you know what I mean? Like, and shout out to Troysky in the chat. He says, Moochie, looking forward to Anthem very much. And Anthem's that same kind of like thing where I'm going to have 2 or 3 friends and be able to go out and enjoy the story missions and tackle them. Like the Division does that. Destiny does that. A lot of games do that now. That's what I like. So, Maddie, to answer your question, there isn't. Because the same way that you have the people that are like, our parents or their parents that are still playing like Parcheesi or Yahtzee, on Fridays, they didn't get tired of playing card games. They were playing card games back in the day. They're still playing card games.
If you play softball or bowling leagues or any of that,
bowling, dart league, whatever.
Now, what I will say is this: as the older I've gotten, the less I want to spend in a particular game on game-by-game basis, right? Like, I don't want to spend 100 hours in a game, I
can understand that.
Crap at 36, a little bit different than crap at, like, 26. So a good example of this, I looked it up. Dragon Age 1 came out in 2009, so almost 10 years ago. Hard to believe, right? I played that game, couldn't beat it because I didn't do something right and just wasn't going to be able to beat it. So I put, I think, 35 hours in over a couple-day period to get that far. I had to start all the way over and put another 35 straight hours into it. So 70 hours in like a week.
Which game is this, Crap?
Dragon Age 1.
Oh, okay.
On the 360. So, but now it's like even a game like The Witcher 3, which is a phenomenal game, but I just can't put the time into that. You know what I mean? It just, I can't do it. I when people are pissed off, they're like, that game's only 10 hours long. I can't believe it. I'm outraged. And I'm like, thank God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, for me, I don't think that's a ripoff. The main reason why is because, like I said, if you go to the movies, man, if you go to let's say you go to a movie like a Avengers movie, right? Mm-hmm. You're going to drop more than $60 on a 2-hour movie, right? If you go with somebody.
Right. Well, that's my whole thing. You go to you go figure this, right? So you make a night of it. Nobody just says like, we're going to the movies. You're gonna drink water and we're coming home. Like nobody says that. So you're gonna go out there. Just if you get the knockoff Twizzlers, okay, a small thing of popcorn, you can still fit your left leg into, and then all of a sudden you get like a soda, which is a 2-liter these days. So right there is like $30, $25 for like the candy and the popcorn and the soda. For you and your whoever, your buddy or your better half or wherever you're going with, Then there's the tickets, and I go see the Avengers or any of these types of movies in an IMAX, right? Those are $20 a seat, and then people are usually like, hey, let's go grab a drink afterwards, talk about the movie, hang out, and forget about it. That's $8. If you're in New York, it's anywhere from $8 to $10 a drink afterwards, and if you get a thing of wings to split or something, forget it. Forget it. You're $100 in. And it was 2.5, 3 hours of your life. So people are like, when people get mad at me for playing like Destiny, like, how much do you have invested in Destiny, Mooch? How much? And I'm like, okay, so right now I've got $90 and I've got like 300 hours into it, 400 hours. I don't know. Like it's a lot. Yeah. So there's nothing else I've spent $90 on in my life except for playing that bike you rode when you were 10 years old.
It's a steal. It's an absolute steal. So like for me, spending $60 on the game that I can beat in 10 to 15 hours is perfect and well worth it. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's great, and there's a lot of people that want to put 100 out. When they hear Nier Automata,
yeah,
I was having fun with that game. But when I heard you have to beat it 3 times to really get the ending, it put me out. Like, I don't that's, 24 hours or whatever it is, or longer. I don't really have time for that. I'm sorry.
I got to tell you something about Nier. Nier, I bought it on PS4. I didn't play much.
On Xbox One.
I did mooch it on Xbox One, but my point being is that I don't know, for some reason, I'm not gonna lie to you. I played it much further on the Xbox version, and it didn't click with me. I didn't care for that game. I just thought it was very I thought the world was empty. That's one of my biggest things. It almost felt like I was playing a remastered, maybe built from the ground up, because I'm not gonna say it, but it almost felt like a 360 game.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know, for some reason that didn't sit well with me. And
a lot of people compare that to ReCore, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got the ReCore mechanics out of it, but I guess you could say that too. Yeah, ReCore, same thing. ReCore, I wanted to like it, the whole 9. It just didn't sit well with me.
Yeah.
So those I enjoy, I'm enjoying No Man's Sky very much. And shout out to Boogie. I think Boogie was in the chat this evening. Boogie, but he goes by Boogeyman. Boogie's awesome. The dude is really
we played with him. I played with No Man's Sky with him. Yeah,
he's got like 4,000 hours into it between the PlayStation and this one. It's insane.
In fact, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have known what the hell to do.
He gave me a great tutorial on it, but it's that's another fun game. Like
it is, but here's the thing. Like, I want to point this out. I can spend more time in a multiplayer game where it's kind of chill like that than say a single player game by myself.
Right.
I'll lose interest kind of quick on a single player game, unless it has a really great story. Like I was drawn into Detroit right away, God of War right away. So if it doesn't have a great story to kind of pull me in, then I got to play by myself, I'm probably not going to spend that much time in there, right?
Right.
That's just kind of the fact. So as we kind of reach the end of our show, please hit that like button, share it out, all that kind of stuff. Don't forget we're here every Thursday now. Next week will be. Yes, next week will be on Mooch's channel.
Yes, yes.
We also have the Saltiest podcast coming on right after us.
Yes.
So go check him out.
Tell him Mooch Crap sent you.
Yes, download Skype, and next week, try to win. You're going to have like a 1 in 12 chance to win a Spider-Man. It's a free game. Jeez, come on. Support us on Patreon if you wouldn't mind. $1 a dream, you could win something. It's easy, and it helps us out. It keeps the show great. So
we do have a wheel.
We do. Oh, we do. Let's spin that wheel, Jay.
Jay, you got a wheel?
I have a wheel.
We do. Hold on. We have a wheel, folks.
Let's make sure we can hear it.
It's the wheel.
Okay.
Wheel.
Wheel. Let's spin it.
Let's spin the wheel of wonder. Spin it, J-Dub.
I gotta speed up that wheel. That wheel's really slow.
Feels so good. He's like Spider-Man. He don't feel good. Sir X-Man sent you a voice message, Jay. I just saw it pop up on the wheel. Wheel of wonder.
I just want to say something about your last comment. I used to be a great bowler.
Oh yeah?
I was an amazing bowler.
He bowls a 128.
This is like a.
Yeah, I gotta fix this wheel.
Jay, we got the lazy wheel again.
Wheel of wonder.
Salty can blame this on me. I gotta fix this damn wheel.
Wheel.
Do we think it'll stop?
Hit that like button if you like the Wheel of Wonder. Hit that like button if you like Mooch and Crap and Jay. Who's gonna win? We don't know. It's rigged. Rigged, I tell ya.
Rigged.
It's rigged.
It's rigged.
We don't know who's gonna win, but Jay does. He picks it. If you're Canadian, you'll probably win. It's rigged.
It's rigged.
I tell ya. Wheel of Wonder.
If it's not
I think it's
diggity, I'm
diggity.
gonna pull my hair out.
Diggity. Diggity.
Right?
Maybe.
better
Maybe
be diggity.
but it could be Natty. It's a Natty. We don't know who's winning.
It's diggity.
It's diggity.
Has to be.
It better be diggity.
Wheel of Wonder.
That wheel's busted. I'm gonna have to get a new wheel.
I heard it stopped.
Sucks. It's
The wheel sucks.
so bad. Wheel. Congrats, diggity.
Chaos, we already did the Patreon wheel. So that's next month, buddy.
Yeah, it's actually in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because we did it, last week or whatever. Yeah.
The same night we give away Spider-Man, possibly, Crap.
Yeah, so we could be giving away, that could be a huge show. Hopefully you guys all tune in and stuff. Hit that like button. We're almost at 200 likes. We appreciate it. Jay, what do we have to go out on? Go say hi to Salty and the gang.
Yeah, go say what's up to Salty. We'll take us out. Want to take us out the Moochie Crap theme song and the outro?
Let's do the theme.
Let's do it.
Thank you, everybody. Rack 'em.
Mooch and crap, to talk about games and no drama smack. Search the web for media ties to catch these ponies in their lives. Look out, here comes Mooch and Crab. Are they bots? Listen up, they have Mountain Dew in their blood. NeoGaf, Xbox Reds, Crap's got 10 dog all over it. Hey there, here comes Mooch and Crab. From a tweet of Phil, Xbox hate will arrive like the Scorpio. Mooch and Crab, but just in time. Mooch and Crap, Zany Gaming do a Mooch and Crap. YouTube in is their core. A thumb in is its reward to them. Xbox is one big hangout. Whenever there's a game out, you'll find Mooch and Crap.
Wake on up, it's Mooch, it's Crap, and Jay in the morning. Wipe your eye boogies, get your coffee finished yawning. This is Mooch and Crap Show. Wake up, let us begin with gaming news, skits, and call-ins from all the fans. No matter where you at, Cali or Pakistan, New York or New Guinea, this is where it's at. These are Xbox dudes with Xbox views on slander and hate towards Xbox news. This is Mooch and Crap Show for the people, and they coming with it. Now do you understand? Now do you get it? Ponies love to lie and PC fans won't admit it, but Xbox hate is real and they all with it. Call in, let it ring in. We here to rock, we here to win. It's about the games, it's about the pride. Now Xbox community, come on, let's rock. Mooch and Crap Show. Show, oh.